point is, I always stress this fact that there are 9 million Africans and 3 million whites.
Exactly, so?
If you come to South Africa, there are only 43 Africans with university degrees who are graduates. If you come to the Gold Coast, you have thousands of them. Gold Coast is a black colony, just like South Africa. But we have been able to develop everything, which shows the capability of the African to do anything itself. But we have been able to get all these ideas through the mixture of Western ideas. Actually, we couldn't develop on our own, until we got British help. And since we got the help, we have been able to do everything ourselves. If you go down to South Africa and help the Africans with your ideas, getting, free mixture of ideas, everything will be okay. But the point is, you use the Africans as tools. You tell them that don't be in this city after 9 o'clock, don't wear this thing, don't do this thing, don't go to America, and the Africans don't go any part apart. Anywhere at all outside the South African Union.
You know, the white people in South Africa aren't allowed in the black areas either after dark.
It's because you created this situation. Why don't get free mixture? You look down on the Africans. That's the point. Am I quite clear? Because you said you believe in separateness, and I want you to come down to this point. You have not answered my question.
Just let me interfere. What's the fundamental cause of all this discrimination in South Africa? The one fundamental cause.
Firstly, because the Bantu in South Africa is not as educated and as highly civilized.
And therefore?
Yes.
And therefore
we've got to live with them together in that land. Remember that?
You mean
you people want us to give them equal franchise rights. We give them equal franchise rights within hardly any time whatsoever. The white man in South Africa will have absolutely no say in anything.
But you have been there.
In this case, you don't have any choice. Suppose now you think that if the society of the white and the society of the blacks is mixed, it will be quite dangerous for you because these people are not as civilized as the white. Exactly. Suppose these people are kept in separation, and you educate them, and the government, I think, believes within the 20 years they will be of the same standard as the white. And this means that you are giving them help mechanically, and unless you mix with them, if they are as good as you, then they will say, get away, who cares for you? Yeah. You must realize the fact that they will do so because you were not exchanging ideas for developing these people in terms of friendship.
But that's exactly what we're doing.
No.
The black man and the white man in South Africa are working together.
No.
There's constant contact between the ministers and the Bantu.
No, but
yes.
How can 9 white men get the interest of 9 million Africans? That's the point. If you get the Africans there in the government themselves,
it's not just
they can be able.
It's not just 9 men, and it's not the 9 million black people aren't just sitting there and waiting for the government to do something for them. They're governing themselves. They got local governments already.
Yes.
And they're getting more and more local government.
Answer this question for me. I was asking you a personal question, if you don't mind. The point is, you believe in separateness.
Yes.
You believe that if you keep the Africans separate, entirely separate, and the whites entirely separate, you can be able to live in South Africa?
Look, you mustn't take this idea of separateness or apartheid too literal. It doesn't mean that's fenced around and blacks live there and whites live there.
That's how it is.
Oh, no,
if you go to South Africa, tell me this thing. You come near Johannesburg. Africans are not allowed to be in Johannesburg after 9 o'clock. Am I quite clear? Is it true?
No, it's not.
Is it not true?
In Johannesburg, after dark,
yes,
it's just those hooligans that walk around there. After dark, any self-respecting Bantu or white person won't venture out of doors.
Okay. Come to this point. If you go to the railway station,
are not the same as you think of them. There may be the
minority. I've been in contact with them all the time since I've grown up. I know what they're like.
But how far does the government make use of those who are educated, for example?
They're going back to help educate and uplift their people.
No, they are not going back. The point is, you try to educate these Africans to go back and help their people.
Exactly.
And that is where I tell you that there are only 43 Africans with university degrees. How can these 43 Africans go back with their Western ways and Western everything to this African society and help the people? The people will not understand them because you are turning back to primitivism in South Africa. And so when these people go down to the Africans don't, as it were, get them nicely.
You're always talking about you can't learn to swim unless you get into the water.
Yeah.
Well, you can't start educating them unless you send those that are educated back to
you ought to start educating them, for the 300 years that, South Africa has existed. We have been in the Gold Coast with Western contact for only 100 years. But if you come to the Gold Coast now, we are able to do everything ourselves. We are, at present, I'm sitting down equally with you.
You can't, it's absolutely unrealistic and stupid to compare South Africa with the Gold Coast.
Yes.
There's absolutely no comparison
No,
whatsoever.
but basically we are all Africans.
Just let me finish.
Oh no. Go on.
In South Africa, at least in the Gold Coast, there has never been enough white men there to constitute a nationhood.
Yeah.
If the Gold Coasters at any time wanted to drive him out, and they drove him out, those white men have got England for their own land. We in
only
South
thing I
Africa
know, the only
haven't
thing I
got
know
our
is,
own land,
according
old
to
boy.
the partition of Africa and the scramble for Africa in 1884, all the white men came to Africa and they settled at the places which suit them best, according to health. If you go to South Africa, the climate is Mediterranean in certain places, so you see white men there. If you go to East Africa, it is tropical, but because of the highlands, I mean, it's relatively cooler, and so you see white men there. That's why you get the mama in East Africa. In the Gold Coast, it is jungle, mosquitoes and everything, and so the white men don't like to live in the Gold Coast. That's natural.
And Nini, and excuse me, Navy, and Dix, I want to ask you this. Dix just said that there weren't enough white men in the Gold Coast. Would your point of view be that believing in separateness, you've kept yourself so separated from the white men in the Gold Coast that maybe your standard of living has...
No, ma'am. We were just keeping, side by side with them. I tell you at first that if you come to the Gold Coast, through the contact with the whites, we have been able to develop. We can never develop on our own. That's the point. But we got Western ways and Western ideas and Western help. That's why we are, as equal to the whites now. I know these people would like to get these sociological ideas just to get around the question. So far as I know, the people in South Africa are a nomadic tribe by career or by profession. They are headsmen who move with their cattle all around the belt.
Nowadays,
even in the olden days.
No.
Okay. It might happen that they were living down south, but because of their profession, they happened to live up north. Because in those days, there were warring tribes which were waging wars against each other. And so you cannot say that the land is yours. Everybody knows that Africa is for Africans. And when we think of Africans, we think of blacks. That's how I know. Well,
look here, just to
And
give
you
you
are
a
using
short...
the policy, and you are using the policy of aggressors, that the land, the earth belongs to everybody, and the one that is powerful rules the part of the world which is owned by the others. That's the policy that aggressors use.
You know who are the aggressors? It's the African National Congress in Africa. They are the aggressors.
No, how can there be?
If the Africans in Africa would stop being so militant and would rather get down and help and build up South Africa and build up Africa, the problem would cease almost immediately.
okay, let me ask you this thing. You said if they can come down and help, the problem will cease. The point is, how can they help if you get 9 million Africans and 3 million Europeans, and you get only 9 Europeans representing the interests of these Africans? Do you believe, let me ask you this personal question, do you believe, according to your apartheid policy, in getting 2 South Africas, one South Africa for the Africans and one South Africa for this thing, with 2 different colonial policies and 2 different foreign policies? If you don't, give me the
Well,
answer.
I wouldn't be able to give you the definite answer right now.
Why?
Suppose-
You believe in separateness. And why don't you believe in getting the Africans separate, having their own government and
Look, yeah,
everything,
the
thereby creating 2 union of South Africans? That's the point. But so far as you believe in apartheid, it means you believe in separateness. Then keep the Africans separate with their own governments, with their own money, with their own everything, and keep the whites separate.
Excuse me, I'll just
Because-
come in there.
Okay.
He said that if Africans would just calm down and then cooperate with them, the land will achieve peacefulness. Right. Do you mean that the Africans are the people who are really the aggressors against you? You are not really aggressive towards Africans. I mean,
Of course not. The general attitude in South Africa, and I come from a country, I know, every summer that we have, every holiday at least that I have, I go and spend on the farms, and I live amongst these natives. I really get to know what they look and what they are
Then
like.
what
The general attitude of the white people in South Africa is sympathetic towards the black people. They regard themselves as the trustees of the black people.
especially